Hello everyone, good morning. Today we are going to talk about what is Snowflake, okay, and where we are using Snowflake. What is the job market on Snowflake, okay? We are going to discuss about what is the TL and ELT process, what is the project architecture, okay? So this is a demo session. So let's get started. The very first slide is like about trainer. It's about me. So my name is Vinod. I'm having 10 plus years of IT experience and ex-TCS. So currently I'm working in one of the MNCs. My role is technical lead. So here I'm going to teach you Snowflake. Okay. So I do have 4+ years relevant experience with the Snowflake. Okay. I have trained around, okay, with multiple technologies, it's like around 200 people. So I do teach like MuleSoft, SQL, Python, even Databricks and Java and Spring Boot. Okay. So these are my secondary skill set. Now, coming to prerequisites and frequently asked questions from my previous batches before going to learn this course. Okay. So do I need to learn anything? No, definitely no. If you don't know anything, that is absolutely fine. Okay. I'll teach you from beginning. The very first question, it's like, do we need to know any programming languages like Java, Python, .NET, etc.? No. So if you have any idea on this, this is value add for your resume. Okay. Next, I'm from testing background. I'm working as networking admin or I'm working in non-IT. I want to transform my career with IT industry. Can I learn Snowflake? Yes. Okay. So Snowflake is one of the booming technology now. So at the end of this class, you will get to know, okay, what are the features it is available and where are we using a Snowflake and all. Okay. So anyone can learn this. Now, what is the CTC that I can expect? So this is totally depends on our interview performance. But what I can say is, it's like depends on your experience. It's like if you are having 3:3 ratio, it is there. Even it is 4:5 also there. Okay, that is depends on interview. Okay, how we are going to perform. But definitely you will get some good salary. And next, so here no coding versus low coding. So most of the students or people who are saying like, okay, is there any coding? Do I need to learn? See, without coding, there is no IT industry. It's like there is no software. Okay. So here we have a scripting. It's like SQL. So you need to learn SQL. If you don't know SQL also, I'll teach you. Okay. There are first 5 to 6 classes. The thing is just you need to practice. That's it. Okay. But minimal coding. What I can say is like minimal coding. It is there. So what should we learn before starting this course? So you need to have basic knowledge on SQL and the file formats is like CSV and JSON. CSV is nothing but comma separated values. It's like Excel. JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. Even if you don't know about these three, see, you may learn these three things in your college days, or if you are working in any organization, you are aware of this, what is SQL and what is database. But if you don't know also, that is totally fine. Okay. I'll consider as you don't know any technology. From there, I'll take you to. Okay. Don't worry. The thing is here, practice and dedication. So what is the prerequisite here? Practice and dedication. You have to practice. See, suppose I'm going to take 1 hour class on each day. So at least you have to spend 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours. So 2 hours is enough, but 2 to 3 hours. Okay, 2 to 3 hours you have to spend on practicing. So that is the reason, right? Like practice makes man perfect. So if you practice, you will get to know. If you don't practice, you won't learn anything. So that is the idea I used to follow. Okay. So this is about prerequisites and frequently asked questions, my previous batches. If you have any questions, then I'll clarify at the end. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, coming to next slide. Let's start with few questions before going to start with Snowflake. Okay. Let's start with few questions. The first question is like, do you know how the business is going to decide to give the discounts on specific products? Do you know how they keep track of all their transactions? Do you know how are they able to maintain the reports on daily basis or yearly basis? Okay. To answer all these questions, okay, you have to go to the next slide and I'll explain. Okay. I'll take one real-time example. Okay. Let's try to understand this whole process with an example, how this is going to happen. Even if we talk about D-marts or some Reliance marts, something, right? Okay, we do have some marts. So how they are going to give the discounts for the specific products, how they are maintaining the transactions. Transaction in the sense, it's like the records. Okay. How they used to get to know the reports. Okay. So this and all, how this is going to happen. So any idea, anyone? Okay, if you don't know also, that's fine. Now, let's try to understand how this process is going to happen. So there is a data generated from business like V-MART. Okay, V-MART. Let's assume every state we have around 40 branches. Okay, 40 branches. So how many states across we have? 29. 40 into 29. It's like 1160. So this many mods it is available. Now let's assume an average of 500 people come to the store on daily basis. On daily basis. So how many people? It's like 5 lakhs change. Then each person is buying at least 10 products on average. Average. So it's around 58 lakhs. Okay. And so in total, an average, we are going to get the transactions. And daily, this one. Okay. If you calculate with, if you multiply with 365 on yearly basis, so it's around 211 crores. So this many records or this many transactions are going to happen on yearly basis. So here I want to, okay, where we are going to maintain these transactions, where we are going to maintain these records. So everything we are going to maintain in databases. But in what is database and what is data warehouse, you are going to learn. Don't worry about that, but try to understand this scenario. Okay, this scenario. Now, the company CEO, okay, now the CEO want to get few questions to be answered. They want to improve their business. So now how many records? 211 crore records. So here it is very difficult to identify. Okay, it's very difficult to identify for which product I need to provide the discount and all for normal people. So that is the reason. So what these people will do, okay, the business organizations, okay, the business organizations, they are going to bid. But first of all, my CEO, okay, CEO want to know what's going on my business. Okay, so V-MART CEO, so she want to know, so how many, what are the my daily sales, what is my best selling product, so where I need to provide discounts, I want to take decisions. Okay, I want to take decisions. So we do have 211 crore records. but it is very difficult to identify for normal people. Okay, so that is the reason what this V-MART will do. So V-MART is going to bid. Okay, so who can help? Who can help to identify how many transactions were happened on yearly basis and what is the sales and what is the growth I want to identify. So where I need to provide the discounts. So there are multiple companies. There are some MNCs like Deloitte, TCS, EY, Infi, Wipro, Capgemini, HCL. So what they will do, all will come. The CEO is going to conduct a meeting. Okay, CEO. So CEO is going to ask for these companies, okay, I want to get my yearly reports. I want to identify which product is placed highest in daily basis and weekly basis. Okay, who is buying what? Okay, who is buying what on with low price and highest price? Okay, she want to know. So for that, we do have many companies. Okay, so they are going to take the bid. Okay, so bid is nothing but it's like, so she is going to provide the project to these companies. Project to these companies. In bid, it's like an action. So who is going to take your project? Okay, suppose you can assume there is some ABC company. See, this is how normally it is going to happen. So the projects and all will come from clients. Okay. So now here, in order to identify that, so we need a ETL process. So ETL is nothing but it's like, so anyway, going forward, you are going to learn in detail. Don't worry about this. So ETL is nothing but it's like extract, transform, and load. So we have 211 row records, right? So this is coming from different sources. So one source is like V-MART, and another source is like maybe mobile apps. Okay, this all the transactions we are going to transform it, and we are going to load it into data warehouses. Okay, we'll talk about data warehouse. What is database and data warehouse? So data warehouses, mainly we are going to store historical data. Okay, from here there is a Power BI team or some other user. They are going to create the reports. They are going to create the reports by visualizing how many products were sold on a weekly basis, on highest basis, and everything. They will get to know. So in order to identify the CEO questions, okay, CEO has few questions, right? So which product is going on daily basis at the highest rate and lowest rate? Okay. So for that, we need a ETL process. So for this, we do have multiple MNCs. In that, they are going to bid a project. Okay. Then they are going to start the work normally. Why there is an ETL developer? See, after bidding, ABS wins the contract, suppose. Okay, in that bid, you can assume ABC company or it's like our ViTech company. Okay, so we are going to win that contract. Then we are going to start our work. Then our work is going to start. It's like ABC appoints a team. There is a separate team. It's like Snowflake team or ETL team. So as of now, you can assume ETL developer. Okay. So what they are going to do, they are going to do some, they are going to read the data and keeping into warehouse, we are going to perform. We are going to perform some clean up the data actions wherever there is a null. And if you want to perform any multiplications, divisions, okay, everything we are going to add over there. So for this, we need a ETL developer. For this, we need an ETL. So where are we storing? So in data warehouses. So you are going to learn. So what is data warehouse? Okay. Don't worry, but try to understand how the process is going on. Okay. In real time, how this process is going to work. See here, after bidding ABC wins, ABC is going to appoint a team. So they are going to work. Okay. They are going to take the insights or inputs from CEO. They are going to analyze the data and they are going to create the reports. Okay. They are going to create the reports. So first we need to extract the data from multiple sources and we are going to transform it and keeping into data warehouses. Okay. So that from data warehouse, we are going to take the data and we are going to generate the report. So that is the reason. So we need, so what are things we need here for the ABC company? So we need one ETL tool and SQL and data warehouse. Okay. From data warehouse. So why data warehousing? So in normal database, it's like real-time transactions. Suppose if you go to any bank, you are going to debit, I mean, you're going to withdraw, you can consider you're going to withdraw your amount. So your current balance is 5,000. Your current balance is 5,000. So you are going to withdraw. So as soon as if you withdraw, in database, you can able to see your amount is 3,000. Okay. So this is like real-time transactions. Real-time transaction. Immediately it is going to update. Immediately it is going to update. Okay. Also, you will get notified with the SMS. So and so amount you have withdraw from your ATM or your bank. The same thing, suppose you want 5 years bank statement. You log in into any net banking portal. And if you request, okay, it will take at least 5 minutes, 5 minutes of time. It's not like real-time data. Okay. So what it will do? So we do have multiple transactions in the database. It will search through with your account and it will prepare it for you. If you observe or not, okay, I'm not sure. If you go to any HDFC or ICICI bank, if you request for 5 years or 10 years bank statement, it will take some time. So from where this data is coming? So this data is coming from warehouses. And where this real-time data is going to store it? Real-time data is going to store it in our databases. See, database and data warehouse are totally different. Okay. But the functionality is same. But mainly data warehouses, we are going to store historical data. Okay. Data warehouses, we are going to store historical data. So that is the reason in this V-MART, okay, in this data mart, whatever we have provided, we are going to store this 210 crore records. 210 crore records. So for this, we need a warehouse. By using ETL, okay, it is also must, but our Snowflake is going to support without using any ETL tools. We can able to read the data and we can load it. Okay, there are few concepts. Next slides you are going to get to know. But in order to complete this process, so whatever the CEO is going to ask us, right? So for this, we need a ETL tool and SQL and data warehouse. In order to clarify our questions, how many top 10 transactions happened in current month, October or November on yearly basis. Okay. So that what they will do, they are going to take the decision makings. So that is the reason you can able to see the discounts. If you go to any marts, okay, if you go to any marts, they are going to give 50% discount, 20% discount, 10% discount. So how they are providing these discounts? So based on the transactions, based on how many people who are purchased our product, why this product is not selling. Okay, these decision makings they want to take. So for that, they need our help. Okay, for that they need our help. So this is one of the real-time use case. So before going to start our Snowflake. Okay. Now coming to Snowflake, what is Snowflake? So what is the importance of Snowflake? How we can create Snowflake account and how we can practice. Okay. So this part we are going to see now. So Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehouse platform. See here, the very first one. So someone is going to ask, what is Snowflake? You can say Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehouse platform. So it's very, very important, cloud-based. So now everything it is a cloud. What is cloud? The services running over the internet. The services running over the internet, that is called cloud. You may aware of this. So the best example, it's like we do have Gmail, Google Photos. Okay. See, for this and all, we need an internet. That's it. You no need to require to purchase any servers or anything. If you have internet, you can access your Gmail and photos. The same way, if you have internet, you can access your Snowflake account. You no need to install any softwares. Next. So what is the process of, what is the importance of Snowflake? So mainly, we are going to use it for data storage, data processing, and analytical solutions. So you can use it for data storage and data processing and analytical solutions. Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehouse platform. Mainly, we are going to use it for data storage and data processing and analytical solutions. It is built on AWS, Azure, or GCP. See, Snowflake is a company, but they don't have their own infrastructure. So they are going to rely on, depends on AWS, Azure, or GCP. You will get to know how this is going to happen. Okay, so where it is going to store the data while creation of report. Next, so here we can store structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. So what is structured data? Structured data is nothing but it's like CSV format. So it's like table format. It is in a structured manner. What is semi-structured? Semi-structured is nothing but it's like CSV, sorry, not CSV. We do have JSON format and XML format. Okay. This is called semi-structured. What is unstructured data? It's like PDF, documents. Okay. So this is called unstructured data. So by using Snowflake, we can store this kind of data. We can store this kind of data. So if you talk about MySQL or Oracle, so we can store only structured data. So it is not going to support semi-structured data. Okay. But here it is going to support all kind of data. So that is the flexibility we have in Snowflake. Now, it is available as a software as a service model. So it is one of the cloud model. Okay. So we do have platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, software as a service. So what is this software as a service? You no need to install any software. Everything, the servers, okay, infrastructure, they are going to take care. Just you need to use it. Okay, how we are using our laptops. So you are not assembling any parts, right? Okay, the assemble part. Suppose if you are going to buy a Dell product or HP product, so the company is going to take care about building the laptop. So as an user, what we are going to do is we are going to use that laptop, right? The same way, you no need to install any software at all in order to practice Snowflake. Okay, it's very, very important. Okay, after completion of this class, just make a note of this. Okay, just to go through the recording once again and make a note of it. Even interviews also, they're going to ask sometimes. Suppose if you are doing any course, your friends or your colleagues, they're going to ask, okay, what is Snowflake? How this is going to work? Then you have to answer for that. You should not say like, okay, Snowflake is a database. Okay, it is not a database. Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehouse platform. Mainly, it is going to use it for storage, processing, and analytical solutions. Okay. So it is built on top of AWS, Azure, and GCP. Here we can store structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. It is available as a SaaS model. So all the points are very, very important. Now, so this is one of the example. Okay, this is one of the example what CEO asked us, right? Okay. So you can consider, forget about this Kafka. So here you can assume, so there is a V-MART. Okay, V-MART web applications. So in billing counter, they have some systems, right? So what they are going to do, they are going to scan. So whenever they are going to scan, the entire data, it is going to store it into our tables. So how directly it is going to store? No. Okay. So here in between, there is a database. You can assume this is one of the database. So from here to here, how this is going to happen? So we talk about ETL, right? So here, ETL tool, it is not required. Extract, transform, load. So we do have many ETL tools. It's like Medallion, MuleSoft, okay, Informatica. So these tools also not required. There is an inbuilt option we have. So in a Snowflake, so we can create a stage. Going forward, you will get to know stage. Then you are going to create a pipe. From pipe, the data is going to load it into your data warehouses. In that warehouses, we are going to create, in that data warehouse, we are going to create different tables. From here, there is a Power BI team. Okay, they are going to take the data and they are going to visualize like this. Okay, so in 2022, my products was sold, and 2023, so this many products were sold. So which one is highest, which one is low? So based on this, they are going to take the decisions. Based on this, they are going to take the decisions. So by seeing these reports, the CEO can take the decisions. Okay, where I need to provide the discounts, where I need to increase the rate, where I need to decrease the rate for the product. So this and all going to happen is everything up to this part. Up to this part is going to happen in Snowflake. Okay. So in warehouses, we are going to store the data.
Hi, Vinay.
Now,
Sorry to disturb you by this time. As you told, right, it is on top of some other cloud platforms, right? AWS, GCP, and Azure.
yes.
Are we going to discuss about those topics as
Yes,
well
yes, yes, yes.
as base level?
At the end, you will get to know how this is going to happen. Yes, we are
Okay.
going to discuss.
Thank you.
Okay. So this is a basic idea, okay, how the project, how the data is moving to from user to CEO. Okay. So here we have a user. So user is keep on buying the products, but CEO want to know the business analytics. So this is okay. So this is the process behind. Okay. Now, why Snowflake is popular? So we do have many things in the market. So why Snowflake is going to popular and why Snowflake the industries, okay, they are going to prefer. Okay. So mainly it is a cloud-based data warehouse. So it is not on-premises. On-premises are nothing but it's like the services running over the internet. The services running over the local system on-premise. So there is a difference between on-premise and cloud. On-prem databases. So if it is on-prem, it is not running in internet. If it is cloud means the service is running the internet. So that is a major difference. Suppose you have created one account in Bangalore You want to open that account in Hyderabad? Yes, you can open if it is a cloud. So how we are opening our Gmail accounts? Okay, you can open in any phone and you can open in any location, right? Okay, so the main reason it is a cloud. Okay, cloud-based data warehouse. So if it is on-premise, suppose there is a data in my system, my local system. Okay, I forget to take my local system, I mean my PC. Okay, I forget to take my PC with me, but I am in some other location. It's in Hyderabad. So can I open this PPT or any file? No, it is not possible. Suppose if these files are available in cloud, I can definitely open wherever I am. Okay. Now, the next feature, it is like pay for what you use model. See how much we are using, we need to pay for that. Suppose if you are using only 2 GB data, yes, to store your products or your business purpose, you can pay for that only. So the best example I can say, like we do have Netflix or Amazon, right? So per monthly, whether if you use or without use, you have to pay the bill. It's like 1200 or 1300 or 1500. So that is, it is not like that. So how much we are using, we have to pay for that. It's a pay for what you use model they are going to follow. So next, it's a flexible to store. Okay, flexible storage services. It's like mainly there is a flexibility. It's like we can process, you can store any kind of data. Okay, flexible storage services is like structured data, semi-structured data, or unstructured data. So here, data recovery. So what is this data recovery? Suppose you have created one database, you did drop. Okay, I have table, I have employee table. Okay, I'll show you this. Okay, data recovery option. So you did a drop of your table. So you are going to lose your data and table also. Unfortunately, you have done this. But if it is normal databases, we need to contact with DBA, database administration team. You need to contact as an user. Suppose you have dropped your table and you need to contact with DBA. It will take 7 to 8 hours to get this load again back. But here in Snowflake, we do have a undrop. Okay, there is a feature. As a developer, you can able to drop and undrop your tables. And there is a backup. Okay, if you want to share this data with some other user, yes, we can do that. Masking. Suppose there is a credit card number or phone number. So last 4 digit only, I have to display, rest everything you have to mask. Yes, you can do that. So it is easy to process semi-structured data. If it is JSON or XML, everything we can able to do it. And if you want to integrate and if you want to visualize with any tools, okay, there is an option, it is available. We can integrate with that also. And it's very, very good and useful for analytics. Okay, analytics. Before going to the next slide, just try to understand, okay, why data warehouses are very, very important. In every day, we are going to generate as an user. In today's, it's a digital age, right? It's like everything it is digital. Even if you talk about phone pays, GPay, okay, or Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, okay, mails. So we are going to generate the data. So where this data is going to maintain. So this entire data, it is going to maintain in warehouses. On an average, we are going to generate the data. It's like 328.77 million terabytes. See, terabytes of data. It's not like KBs, kilobytes. It's not like MBs, not like GB. Okay, it's a TB, terabytes. So 1024 GB equal to 1 TB. So here you can observe 328.77 million terabytes. So So we are generating nowadays, okay, on an average, each day 328.77 million terabytes of data. So this database, I mean, this entire data, it is going to store it in our warehouses. So that is the reason nowadays, most of the organizations, they're going to prefer cloud-based data warehouses. Okay. So one of the cloud-based data warehouses, Snowflake. Now, how job market on Snowflake? So most of the organizations, they are moving from traditional to cloud, okay, cloud warehouses. So that is the reason. So it is a very high, okay. All major companies are recruiting Snowflake developers, Snowflake developers. So there are a number of openings in not only this, okay. So there are few I have mentioned here: TCS, HCL, Infi, Accenture, Cognizant. Okay, there are many. So you can expect at least 4 to 5 interviews in a week. So if you click 3+ years of experience, okay. So even freshers and two plus or 1+ also it is there, but that is minimal, I would say. But all you need to know is, okay, it's like here the concepts. Okay, what are the concepts it is available, and you need to practice the queries. You need to practice the queries. So what is the prerequisite here? It's like you need to have some knowledge on database and basic knowledge on SQL. Even if you don't know also, I'll teach you from beginning. Even I have prepared course content for that. So here, first 5 days, okay, first 5 days, you're going to learn SQL. So what is DDL? What is DML comments? How we are going to create a database? How we are going to delete the database? What is schema? Okay. What is select command? What is where? So this SQL and all, if you know basic English, I would say, if you know basic English, you can easily learn this. Not required to learn any Java, Python, .NET, C, C++ and all. So it's very, very easy. It's like our English language, how we are communicating, okay, the same way. So we are going to talk about each and everything, okay. So definitely you will learn more, okay. Tomorrow onwards, actual sessions will start. Okay, first we'll start with SQL, okay, 5 to 6 classes. It is an SQL. So once it is completed, then we'll start with Snowflake. So here you are going to learn what is logical operators, numeric functions, string functions, okay, DML commands, TQL commands, DCL, TCL, okay, everything you are going to learn. Don't worry about this. If you have already knowledge on SQL, that is fine. If you don't know, then definitely you are going to learn here. Okay. So here, if you don't know this too, also fine, but practice is very, very important. See, whatever the class notes I'm going to send you on daily basis, you have to practice. Okay. We are going to create separate classroom notes. Okay. Who are all very interested to take this course. Okay. After completion of these demos, we are going to create that class. You're going to get recording sessions too. So it's like online and offline, both the sessions it is available. Next. So this is the course content normally. Okay. Apart from that, 5 classes, right? Okay. 5 or 6 classes with the SQL. So here you are going to learn introduction to Snowflake, how to create trial account. So what is the Snowflake web UI? How we are going to create warehouses, databases, schemas and tables. What is the Snowflake architecture? What is micropartition and clustering? And loading the data and transforming the data. So what is stages and how to work with error records? How to take the data from AWS, how to create AWS account and how to take the data from AWS or Azure. See here, loading the data from AWS and Azure. So the data ingestion is going to happen from AWS and Azure. What is the Snowflake pricing and editions? How to process semi-structured data? What is Snowpipe? What is cache? What is time travel option? So here I want to take my historical data within 90 days. Okay, there is an option called time travel. So you have created one table and the data is deleted after 5 days. Okay, unfortunately, but you want to recover that data. Yes, you can do that. Then zero copy cloning, swapping the tables, types of tables, RBAC, views, data masking, data sharing. What is the task and how we are going to schedule it? What is the streams? It's like change data capture. Okay, UDF, user defined function. And finally, we do have stored procedures. The content wise, it is very use. Okay, don't worry about this. Okay, I'm going to provide all this detail. Next, along with this course, you are going to learn how project is going to deploy. So CI/CD integration, real-time project flow. Okay, I'll show you that project flow also. So you are going to work with the real-time project, interview questions and tips, resume preparation. There is one class for data migration and ADF. Okay, by using ADF also how data migration is going to happen. And DBT. DBT is like data build tool, how we are going to create data models. Okay, this and all you are going to learn here. So this is the project which you are going to do it at the end. Okay, see there are multiple sources. Okay, the source 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are multiple sources. So depends on your requirement. Suppose you want to take the data from MySQL and Oracle, okay, and keeping it to AWS. So this is one part. So here we have a ELT tools, extract and load and transformation. Okay, just we do have Stitch is there, Fivetran is there. Even you can use Talent. Okay, MuleSoft. By using these tools, we are going to load the data into AWS. From AWS, we are going to load the data into Snowflake. So this is our data warehouse. This is our data warehouse. In this data warehouse, we are going to create different schemas. It's like layers, bronze layer, silver layer, and gold layer. So it is one of the practice. I mean, at the end, we are going to practice or you are going to complete this project also. This is one of the simple project which I have designed for students. So here we are going to use DBT. DBT also 2 to 3 classes I'm going to take how data transformations is going to happen, how you are going to clean up the data and how you are going to create business level data. So everything it is going to happen by using DBT. But here we are going to load our data. And finally, there are different teams. It's like BI teams, business intelligence teams. If it is Power BI, they can use our data or Tableau or Quick. Okay, there are many tools in the market. Okay, depends on organizations, they are going to use this. Okay, this is the project flow which you are going to complete at the end of the sessions. So this is how real time also the project is going to happen. So here we have used AWS, but there are some companies they are going to use Azure. There are some companies they are going to use GCP. Okay, this is how they are going to use it. From here to here, again from here to here. So we talk about V-MART, right? So the data is going to store it into first MySQL or Oracle. From here, the data will go to AWS. From AWS to Snowflake. Okay. This is how the data transformation is going to happen. Now, let's see how to create Snowflake free trial account. Go to any browser. Just go to any browser. Type app.snowflake.com. Just type app.snowflake.com. If you are using very first time, okay, the page looks like this. So this is our registration page. See here, if you observe here, It's a 30 days free trial account. They are going to give $400 worth. Okay, how this cost is going to calculate and everything you're going to learn going forward session, but 30 days it is a free trial account. So once it is completed, again, what you can do, you can provide your first name and last name and your email ID, and you can create one more account for practice purpose. But here, how to create more than this 30 days in the free trial account? Okay, I'll show you. So if you want to create, right? Here, you can remove this. Type trial equal to student. If you observe this one, see now, it's a 120 days free trial account. It is sufficient to practice. So even if you create 30 days also, that is also totally fine. You can create, okay, suppose you want to create another account in next month, yes, you can create it. As many you want, you can create it. Don't provide your credit card details or debit card details while creation of these accounts. Okay, it's a totally free. Okay, the Snowflake, the company is going to provide for us to practice. You don't need to install any software also. Just you need a PC, that's it. Personal computer. I'll give you this link in a video description too. Okay, just go through it, or else you can go to app.snowflake.com, then type trial equal to student. Okay, trial equal to student. Now, see here you can type your name. I'm going to provide my institution name here, suppose, or channel name. So here you can provide your email ID, your personal email ID. Okay, your personal email ID and your company. Okay, so where you are working. If you want, you can provide that. Then what is the role? You can select any role. That's not a problem. But here you can select data engineer. Okay. Observe carefully. Click on continue. See here. The very beginning, I told you like, okay, it is built on top of AWS, Azure, or GCP. Correct? So here, there are 3 versions. It is available. There is one more. Okay, that is not visible here. So for that, you need to connect with Snowflake team. We have a standard edition, enterprise edition, business critical. Okay, so this is like how we are using our phones. Earlier, we do have only basic phones. Then later on, we have Android, then iPhone, right? The same way, we do have different Snowflake editions also. It is available. So most of the organizations, they are going to prefer, okay, enterprise, and sometimes they want to keep secure. Okay, so in that case, they will go with business critical. But here you can select enterprise. That is totally fine. So here you need to select any one of the cloud platform. This is very, very important. Okay, so enterprise. Okay, I'm going with Azure. Okay, click on this Azure. So what is the nearest data center? Okay, it is a Central India, Pune. Okay, select this and click on this checkbox. Click on get started. See, if you want, you can skip these answers. So they are going to ask us for few questions. Okay, which one you are going to use it here? It's like SQL. See, they want to generate some reports. Why we are using Snowflake free trial accounts? Okay, that is the reason they are asking few questions. Okay, so even not only here, so everywhere they are going to take the feedback. So that is for analytical purpose only. Okay, now click on submit. So as soon as if you submit, the email has sent to your corresponding email ID. Okay, there is one email ID. It is going to send. See here, this is my email ID. So here what you need to do is, this one you can save it. Okay, this is your account if you want. First thing is you need to activate your account. Click to activate. So here you need to provide your username. I'm going to provide my username is ViTech. Okay, ViTech So 22, it's already there. 26, I think. Or else, if you want, you can use your name also. So this is totally fine. Whatever you want, you can keep it. Okay. So ViTech Snow 26. The password you need to set it. Okay. So it's like one capital letter, one small letter, one uppercase, and one lowercase should be there. So you have to remember this username and password. So this is very, very important. This is very, very important. Okay. Click on Get Started. Now the account is created. So once again, what I will do, I'll log out here. See here. So there is a free trial. So it is going to end on 119 days. It's a 400 credits were left. 400 credits were left. Now, if you want to log out, yes, click on this one, click on sign out. Okay, it's totally fine. So now again, if you forget your username or password, right? If you want, you can reset it. That's not a problem, but come back. So here you can see there is one new email. So this is your username. You have to remember this. Okay, username. So whenever you want to log in, there is a dedicated URL they are going to provide. So if you remember your username, that is totally fine. If you don't know your username, okay, make sure you have to use this URL. Go to any browser and provide this. Okay, just click on this one. Type your username. ViTech Snow 26. Okay. Click on sign in. And there is one more method. If you want to log in, you can go with app.snowflake.com. App.snowflake.com. So there you need to select. Okay, let me log out once again. So if you type app.snowflake.com, if you have multiple accounts, if you know the username, then you can select this and you can log in. If you don't know your username, you can take your dedicated login URL. Okay, that's very, very important. So for tomorrow, what you need to do is, okay, you need to create one Snowflake account. Okay. So here, if you want to practice something, so here we have option called create. Okay, click on this create. So here you can see SQL worksheet. Click on this SQL worksheet. See, I'm going to explain what are these options. Okay, everything. Okay, in actual sessions, in actual classes. Okay, don't worry about this. But try to create one account. Okay, just try to create. See here, by default, they have given two databases. Okay, these are the two databases. One is Snowflake and one is Snowflake sample data. So here, I want to see these are the different schemas. You are going to learn what is schema and what is database in next session. Just I want to query some results. Okay, so there is a customer table here. Correct? There is a customer table. So here you can select. So what is the database and what is the schema? You want to go with that. So here we are going to write our SQL queries. Select. I want only top five records, top five from what is my table, customer table. Click on this run button. So this way we can see the data. So who is going to load this data? How we are going to create this table? Everything you are going to learn. Okay. Now, I want to see current user. Show or select. Okay. Or else what you can see here, tables first. show tables. I want to display all my tables. So it's like to display, we are going to use show. Okay, show tables. Okay, these are my tables. It is available in particular database. Now, I want to see current type. Select this date. Okay. So this is my time. Okay, it's like system time. But here, I want to create my own database. Okay, I want to create my own database. So how to create? It's very simple. See, the question itself, it is there. Create database. What is the name I want to keep it as? Suppose ViTech. This is my database. So how to create it? So the question itself, there is an answer. Create database, the database name. Database is created. If you want to see that database, just do refresh. See how simple it is. Even without using these commands also we can create. Okay. So that kind of flexibility we have. So here you can see data, databases. I want to create a database. Yes, just you can provide the name. I want to create one more database that's called bank. Bank is my database. Yes. You know it to write the commands also. Okay. Now if you do refresh here, see bank is there. Now again, I want to drop my database. I want to delete it. Okay, just I want to delete. It's done. ViTech is done. Now I want to delete. Drop database. Bank. And also here, okay, I have a data. Okay, so let me copy that. Just a second. I have a data. Observe carefully. So this is my CSV file, comma separated values. So how many records are there? There are 100 records. There are 100 records. Okay, let me create the table first. So I'm going to create a database. My database name is ViTech. I want to create a table. Create table. My table name is EMP. Okay. Create table EMP. So what are the columns you want? Okay. So these are the columns I want to create it. So ID. Okay. Anyway, tomorrow we are going to talk about in detail. Don't worry about this. But I want to show you one feature here. So that is the reason I'm creating this. Last name, email also string. Location also, it's a string. Department, it is a string. Simply, okay. So there is a comma, it is required, comma. So, okay. See here now table is created. Just to refresh here, So this is our table. Now I want to insert my data. So without using any insert queries, just go to this table. So here we have an option called load data. Click on this load. Okay, before going to load, just try to query the data. Select, see, in order to retrieve the values or query from a table values, select star from table name. Select star from table name. So this is my table. We do have 0 records, but I want to load this data. Okay, you can assume there is an 1 million records in my Excel. 1 million records, it is available in my Excel. So if I want to write insert query for all this, even 1 million records, it will take 5 days time or 10 days time. So that is not a good idea to write insert queries. So here we have an option called load data. Browse the file. Click on browse. Go to specific location where it is present, your file. So my file is present in my data folder. This is my file. Click on next. Click on view options here. See, first line we need to skip. So there is an header. So I don't want to insert this line. I don't want to insert this. Okay, just I don't want to insert this. I want from second row. So for this, what you need to do is header, skip first line. So this is our sample data, how we are loading. Okay. Now I need to click on load. That's it. It's very easy. See here, we are not writing any query to load the data. So this kind of flexibility we have in a Snowflake. Okay. We can do bulk insert also. See, all the 100 records. All the 100 records, it is available. Okay, all the 100 records. So here you can see which account we have created. See here. So this is our Azure platform. See, Microsoft Azure, which we have selected. So whatever the data which you are storing, everything it is going to store it in Azure Cloud. Azure Cloud. So for tomorrow, just you need to create one Snowflake account. That's it. Nothing to do. And also go through the today's class. Okay, today's class. Now, so this is how we can create the account and how AWS and Azure and GCP are going to play a role in Snowflake. Now the course duration, it will be totally 35 sessions and there are 5 extra sessions per project. So each session it will be 60 to 90 days. Totally 40 sessions. Okay. So we are going to complete everything. It's in the 35 days. Okay. 35 to 40 days. So the mode of class, it will be offline and online. But if it is offline, okay, the people who are all come for offline. So there is a benefit actually. So like after completion of class, I'll be here in our institution. So you can practice. And if you get stuck anywhere, then I'll help you. Even if it is online students also, they can practice. And if you have any doubts, then I'll connect separately and I'll clarify your doubts too. So that's not a problem. So why do we need to take Snow job trainings? It's like mainly we are going to teach you as a vision technologies. It's like complete job oriented. Okay. Job oriented training. It's like real time use cases, the interview preparation. Okay. So these are the 3 things it is available here. And finally, I can say like you can attend and read and practice and prepare everything and get a job. So this is our main motto. And finally, the project architecture, this we are going to implement end to end. Okay. We are going to work on this. Okay. For any questions, you can reach out to me. So this is my institution number and we do have YouTube channels too. Okay. You can go through it for previous demos. Do subscribe our channel. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can let me know. We'll discuss about course. That's it for today. We'll see you in a tomorrow session. Thank you. Thank you all. Happy learning.